How to reprogram your brain. It is 100% feasible to change the way you think and behave if you wish. The brain is always making new connections and adapting itself to the way you want it to work. You can control your negative thoughts and damaging patterns by exercising self-awareness and keeping mindful, and you can start becoming a better, more optimistic you right now. Number 1, Thought Monitoring. Start keeping track of your thoughts on a daily basis. The beauty of human development is that we've evolved two selves, a primal self that acts and an evolved self that observes. You have the ability to observe yourself and your thoughts 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Stop for a second and think about every notion that raises a red flag. Was it a negative experience? As you practice self-awareness, you'll discover a pattern in your thoughts. As ideas come to you, write them down. This will let you see your pattern more clearly. They could be sarcastic, gloomy, anxious, or anything else. It's also a terrific method to become aware of and eliminate the crazy chatter in your thoughts. Number 2, Define your thought patterns. Take a close look at the pattern after a week or so. Perhaps you have a lot of negative ideas, are critical of yourself or others, or have a lot of thoughts that aren't vital or beneficial to you. It will be unique to each individual. Once you've identified the pattern, you can take steps to break it. When you realize something about yourself, it can physically stop you in your tracks, and that's when the transformation might begin. After all, if you don't know where you're going, you can't get there. Number 3, Everything is a part of a larger cycle. Many of us believe that our sentiments cause our behaviors, and that's all there is to it. We're powerless, and as a result, we can't help but feel and act in these ways. That couldn't be further from the truth in reality. Your sentiments are determined by your beliefs and thoughts, which in turn determine your actions, which in turn determine your life outcomes. These life experiences form your views and thoughts, which in turn influence your feelings. And so on. When you think of it as a cycle, it's simpler to grasp how changing just one of these variables can completely transform the system. Another component of that belief that is incorrect is that we are powerless. No, you're the only one with the authority. These are your beliefs, habits, and life outcomes, and you have the power to change them. Even if you only change one thing, the rest will fall into place. Number 4, Space between thoughts and actions. Make room between your thoughts and your deeds. This is a cycle, to be true, but it can be slowed. Stop and take a deep breath when you notice that pattern creeping up on you. Make an effort not to respond. What would you choose to do in this situation? Let's imagine you're watching TV and come across an advertisement featuring a stunning woman. I could never be her, or I could never get her, you think to yourself. Stop for a moment and rephrase that concept. But I have wonderful traits A, B, and C, or I'm going to use this as incentive to start working out and feel better about myself, because I've decided to seek happiness rather than negativity, think to yourself. Recognize that you are rewarded for all of your activities and thoughts. Are you continuously worried? You may feel as if you're covering all of your bases or trying not to get your hopes up. Is your self-esteem sagging? Being down in the dumps undoubtedly feels safe, because your hopes can't come crashing down around you. Consider what you're getting from your thoughts. Is it truly worth it to receive what you're getting? Number 5, Be mindful of the words. Be aware of the words you use in your head and the ones you use out loud. Your words have the potential to harm others, including yourself, and this can only have a bad impact on yourself and the behaviors and ideas that follow. Tell yourself to stop if they start to appear. Simply said, quit. Change your focus to something more positive that will help you stay on track. You will receive optimism and love in return if you express them. It benefits everyone and generates positive energy. If you go into anything thinking it's impossible, you'll almost certainly be right. You might be capable of whatever you set your mind to if you open your mind and believe in yourself. We all get stuck playing cassettes in our heads from time to time. I'm unattractive. I'm useless. I'm miserable, or any number of other damaging things could be on the recording. Remove the old tape and replace it with a new one. What does this one have to say? Always be aware of the tape and keep an eye out for it slipping back in. Also, keep in mind that you may always remove it. Number 6, Reactive Behaviors. As a child, you are taught to think, act, and believe in various ways, all of which form the type of person you become. Some of the worries and uncertainties you experienced as a child can follow you into adulthood. We get locked in action-reaction loops all the time, not realizing that we might read the circumstance and react in a variety of ways. When you have a bad reaction, take the time to evaluate it. Why does something enrage you? Consider why you react the way you do. Is there anything you're getting out of it? Choose to create your own thinking patterns and beliefs that reflect who you are, who you want to be, and what you are actively working toward. Number 7, develop new thoughts. You've identified your negative ideas, put an end to them, and replace them with positive ones. Now all you have to do is stay focused and repeat these new ideas as often as possible. It will become second nature, just like your old thoughts did. It will happen if you remain alert and believe it is feasible. That's what brains are good for. Keeping a journal, meditating, and talking to your loved ones about your practice may be beneficial. It makes the whole thing more substantial, tangible, and a part of your life, rather than just a whim you remember every now and then. Other individuals will most likely be inspired by your resolution and want to emulate your commitment to self-improvement.
To get latest videos, make sure to subscribe and click the bell icon. Don't forget to share with your loved ones.